Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Winters. I wanted to give you some inspiration before we do our next art project, which is going to be based around creating a sun and decorating it. This book that I wanted to read to you today is called Will You Be My Sunshine, and it's by Julia Lobo. Will you be my sunshine on a cold and frosty day? Yes, I'll be your sunshine on a cold and frosty day. With warm smiles and great big hugs, I'll chase the clouds away. Will you be my rainbow when all seems dull and gray? Yes, I'll be your rainbow when all seems dull and gray. Everything will brighten up as we laugh and play. Will you be my bright star to show the way back home? Yes, I'll be your bright star to show the way back home. I'll be shining sure and true, however far you roam. Will you be my moonbeam at night when it's so dark? Yes, I'll be your moonbeam at night when it's so dark. My love for you will shine right through like a brightly glowing spark. I'm so glad you are my sunshine, my rainbow up above, my bright star and moonbeam, my sweet and precious love. I love you. Hope you enjoyed the book. Our next project is going to be about the sun. We're going to be creating our own sun. And the reason why suns are so important is it's the closest star to planet Earth, and it's the center of our solar system. It is the most important source of energy for Earth, providing plants with energy for photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a huge word. Can you say it? Photosynthesis. This is what gives us oxygen to breathe. The sun is the largest body in our solar system, and the sun is about 91.87 million miles away from Earth. Okay, so to make our sun, you're going to need two different pieces of paper. One is going to be a background color, and one's going to be the color for your sun, and that's if you have colored paper. If you don't have colored paper, just use two pieces of white paper, and then you can color your background, and you can color in your sun any color you want. So either option is great. Use the supplies that you have at home. And if you don't have one of the supplies that I'm mentioning, no worries. Just figure out what you do have and work with that. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a circular bowl. You can use a cup, you can use a lid of something, and I'm going to draw a circle around the middle of my paper. Actually, I'm going to go up to the side of my paper. Now, remember what I told you about tracing. We're going to hold the cup with the one hand that is not our pencil drawing hand, and with our other hand we're going to cross all the way over and go as far as we can, and we're going to just try to trace all the way around the circle. Remember, if we start over here at the top, we end up running into our arms, so that's why we want to cross over the top and try to trace. Okay, then we have our circle. Okay, you're going to eventually cut that out, so you can take your scissors. Remember, thumb on top. And you're going to cut, and you're going to move your paper as you go. So instead of moving your scissors, you just rotate the paper and try to cut out your circle. Then you're going to think about the shape of the sunbeams. So we will go ahead and glue the sun onto our background paper. Then we're going to create triangles. So the way that I like to do that is I like to fold my paper in half, not in half, but just kind of fold it so that you have double the paper. And then you can start to make, so I'm just going to cut this to make it a straight line. And you're going to cut your triangles because you're going to have some triangles that are coming out the sides. So I'm going to have the bottom of it be flat, so I'm going to use this bottom part, and I'm just going to do cutting in from either angle like that to get to my triangles. And then I'm probably going to make it flat again, and then I'm going to do the same thing. So you're going to just try to practice cutting your triangles, and I should be able to get 3 different ways of doing that, or 3 different times of cutting. So hopefully you can space it out to get that too. And then we'll come back and glue them on. All right, so now that we've cut out all of our pieces, notice that you only cut 3 different times, but you should have 6 different triangles, because when we folded the paper in half, you get 2 different triangles for each time you cut. So that gives us 6. So now we're gonna glue on our sun. So we are gonna add glue to our circle, and we're gonna try to find the middle of our page, and we're gonna go ahead and stick that down. Okay, and then we're going to go around and we're going to glue on every single triangle. Okay, once you've glued on every single triangle, and notice I left room in between. I didn't glue it right on top of the circle. I kind of left some space in between. And that's because we're going to add some designs and some details. So I'm going to use whatever colors, you can use oil pastels, you can use crayons, you can use colored pencils. And I'm just going to start drawing some lines and designs, because we know that when we add lines and patterns to something, it kind of makes it more interesting. So I'm going to decorate every single triangle, which is basically a sun ray. And I'm going to try to decorate it and add some, cool different details that will make it interesting to look at. Maybe I'm going to use, similar colors that are close to each other on the color spectrum. This one, maybe I'm going to make some lines like this, and you're going to go around and you're going to decorate your entire sun. Then at the end, you can go into the middle and you can make the face on the sun. So I'm just going to do a happy face, maybe a big smile. I'm going to give my mouth a little pink heart. Maybe I'm going to do rosy cheeks. I might want to give it some eyelashes. So you can kind of decorate it any way you want, but then at the end you can give it a face. And so every single one of your sun rays should have different designs in it. And then you can also add some details to, you can outline around the triangles. Maybe I'll go even darker since that's a similar color, and I can kind of outline around. You can add some white so that you're designing some details around. I'll post my final project so you guys can see that, but have fun decorating, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Make sure to post it to Seesaw if you want to share. Bye.